Hello and welcome. In today's video, we will be writing a basic program which essentially acts as a stock count. Um, we cannot create a new array. It has to be uh, made using the existing array, and we have to shift subsequent elements in the array to the right of the inventory list when counts reach 0. So let's get into it. We talked a little bit about that. In order to kind of, take this thing head on, um, the best option is going to be to work backwards. Otherwise, you'll run into an infinite loop because if you try to do it from the left, then as it counts going left to right, it will keep going over the same 0 again and again, which is what we don't want. So the 0 has to go to the right. Has Things have to be pushed to the right, I mean. And JavaScript was chosen because of its ability to manipulate arrays effectively, and we're learning a lot about it. The time complexity of the solution is big O multiplied n. Its linear time, you might say n plus 2, or n plus n, excuse me, um, but that factors down or scales down to just n. Um, and yeah, linear time is being used to count the zeros and the array itself going from right to left and to figure out how many elements are in the array and then how many zeros are in there and what the final place of the array is. Uh, for the space complexity of the solution, it's big O multiplied by 1. It's constant space because the array is being edited and not, like you're not creating new arrays or anything like that. So the memory really just stays the same within it. All right, to look at the actual program here, param number, inventory, and return void is used to specify the type of the parameter. In this case, it's an array of numbers. And return is used to specify the return type of the function. Uh, in this case, void, which means it doesn't return anything. It modifies the input array in place. Function duplicate zeros. Because the inventory has a fixed length, adding an extra 0 will push all elements to the right. The last element's going to be lost, so to prevent the loss, the number of zeros has to be counted first. Let zeros equal 0 acts as a counter for the number of zeros to be duplicated. And let length equals inventory dot length minus 1 shifts the array uh, to the last element uh, to the right, shifts it 1 to the right. For let I equal 0, I length minus zeros, you see that that's iterating through the entire thing until it reaches the last element. And then this part is very important. If a zero's there at the very edge already, you don't want that to be duplicated, otherwise you'll run into issues. So we set that to break if that happens. The number of zeros is known now, and the place that the element's determined. So now we can begin modifying it a little bit more. Let last equals length minus zeros tells the last index of the element. And then you have 4 here. This iterates backwards through the inventory array. You see the I dash dash there, or 2 minus, starting from the last element that can be duplicated. I plus zeros moves the 0 to its new position after duplication. and zeros with two minuses indicate that 1 0 has been duplicated, so the count of zeros is decreased by 1, or the count of zeros to be duplicated, excuse me. This line duplicates the 0 by setting the next position to 0 as well. And if the current element is not 0 already, it's moved to a new position after accounting for the duplicated zeros. So let's do some test cases to make sure it's working all right. I didn't import the test case suite just because I figured I would just test out the program itself and that would be enough for the test case. But you might want to, run some imports and get, put tests and things like that. I chose not to though. So the first one, test will happen with multiple zeros. The next one, there's consecutive zeros. The next one, if there's a 0 in the middle of the array. Then some edgier cases are if there's no zeros, if they're all zeros, or if there's just no room to duplicate it because it's already in this sort of format. So you didn't see that other examples successfully running. Let's do it now. Hit that run button. And yeah, I know it's kind of clunky to read that, but let's see. Yep. And it doesn't say test failed, so you kind of just have to know. Again, maybe best case, maybe not the best way to do it, but I'm satisfied with these test results. Little manual testing never hurt anybody. Anyways, thanks for watching.